you've got to repurpose your content. And I do this all the time now. It's taking me so much less work. I've got a question before I get into my talk. So, who has had an idea while they've been sat here today, whether it's something to do, something to create? Yeah, love it. I have as well. I've had to make a little note because this is what innovation is. It's doing that. I've done it today, but I want to talk about it a little more. And I've talked about making change there as well. And so I want to start with this. Innovation is not about doing more. It's about doing the things better, smarter, and more intentionally. And we want to create impact. So I'm pretty sure everybody in here, in this room, wants to create impact. We're all in the room for that very reason. I don't think the people in my space are not in it to help people. So I know that's what's in all of you. And I've created this time-rich philosophy earlier, like your 5-step thing. We create these frameworks. That's it. Create frameworks. I've created a new one this week, and it's the time-rich philosophy. So it's efficiency over hustle. So innovation should give you time, not take more of it from you. Like I said, repurpose your content. I'm recording this session for a reason. I want to give myself back more time to future me so I can do more of what I love. I can help more people. But it's also about creating systems that create sustainability. That's because change becomes easier. Innovation becomes easier in what I believe is when your business is more organised. So, for example, the system I have is I will take that and I will turn it into Reels or Steph Mike, sorry, Steph. Turn it into Reels. I will turn it into a YouTube episode. It'll become a blog on my website because I've done this amazing thing here. I've made the time to do this. I've gone out of my way to deliver it. Why not capitalise on that so other people out there can come and see me talk about this? And then I'll take that and I'll make it part of my strategy, part of my marketing, part of my ecosystem, so that other people can benefit from it. Because I'm giving some of the best content. I speak the best content, and we need to stop hiding that. So it's about taking it and creating a system with what you do to create that sustainability for your business. And this absolutely does. And then it's about strategy before action. And I love that everything that's been said today aligns with all of this. Louisa said something about, actually doing it step by step because we don't climb the mountains out of half. And that's what being organised for me is about. I'm not talking about organisation because that's boring. Nobody wants to learn from me how to be more organised. But what you do want is you want more freedom, more time. You want to do more of what you love. I know that. I know that everybody wants that. So I want it too. Even now, I've created a lot of it, but I want that. So it's about strategy before action. Because innovation is wasted without alignment in long-term goals. And I want you to start thinking about that time philosophy. Efficiency over hustle, systems and sustainability, and strategy before action. So this is what we're here. We're here. Where do I start? I have no time. I hear this one all the time. And lack of time, working a business, not on the business. That's what people are doing constantly. And there's a fear of messing up and not working out. I think there's so many more fears as well. And we resist change for this reason because we're just faced with different fears every single day that we show up in our business. There are many reasons not to. Is it unfortunate that last year when I ran an event, my son had a meltdown, so my husband was late, my husband couldn't be here today? I don't like that change, but actually I've been working on resilience, being adaptable enough to not have to rely on him being there and to be able to do my thing anyway, regardless of what circumstances are being faced. And I don't even feel like this is a difficult one today. And there's power in that. That's where we innovate. That's where we make change. So we also have fears around, like one common one I see, fear in the tech. There's a lot of people in here I've heard this from. You can't do the tech, so can't be innovative and can't do the thing. Can't make change in your business because you're letting the tech hold you back. We can grow through it. So there is innovation that every time-rich business owner needs. So there's offer innovation. It's simplifying your product suite, upgrading your core offers, and increasing your profit per client without working the extra hours. Systems like this, recording your content, it's just one example. But without working that extra hours so you can deliver to people. Systems and process innovation. I also was going to say this. It's about streamline onboarding, offboarding. Streamline again. I'm always streamlining things, making them easier, making sure I'm working smarter, making sure I'm being more efficient. Because I truly believe that the more productive we are, the more efficient we are, the more organised we are, the more we can do for ourselves, for other people, I truly believe that. And that's why I'm actually diving in more into strategic anyway. We all know this, but strategy, operations, the business management side, of course, organisation. But it's streamline onboarding as part of your processes, offboardings, automation. That's not always fun, and it doesn't have to be the way that you think. You can do automation while inserting the human connection. We've done that today. You guys have been here connecting with me in person, and I know that you've had an email out already for Sam's talk, and I know that you're going to get one later on. I've put that in place. I've got organised. It's streamlining, being able to adapt, being able to automate and reach people. Content banking and repurposing, and sales systems that run consistently, because when you've done the rest for yourself, your business, managing time well with it, you then can put a sales system in place that runs consistently. And then it's time and energy innovation. Do you see the synergy? We're going right back to the beginning of today where Danielle was talking about energy. Because without this, in fact, this should have come first, but without this, in no particular order, without time and energy innovation, what do you have? Time, again, organisation approaches, CEO days, batching, themed days. I love themed days. Delegation and outsourcing. It's protecting deep work time or intentional time, doing the work that you love. It's because that's where we truly go deep. That's where that power is, in doing the work that we love, and we get so much out of it. And it's protecting you, protecting your health, protecting your mind, your body, because that protects your productivity. And then it's about innovation, which goes back to what Fiona's just said. We need to innovate, especially now more than ever. I've been in business like nearly 12 years in various different businesses, but now more than ever, we need to change what we're doing. We need to make change. We need to build trust. We need to innovate, especially when it comes to marketing, because marketing alone does not work on its own. We need to bring in the element of sales, but smarter content, not more content, definitely like Fiona said, but leveraging personal authority. Can we leverage that personal authority? And then creating evergreen discovery pathways. So thinking about what can you create once that you can use to create ways for people to discover you. Those evergreen discovery pathways that creating something that people are not just going to want to watch once, they want to do it again. They want to implement it, want the action, because they're going to remember the way you left them feeling in order to be able to take action to improve themselves, improve the business, whatever they're looking for in you. And then finally, we've got sales innovation. Like I say, the online space has changed. Post more, hustle more, do things harder, work harder. It's not worth it. I think we're all getting used to this now, though. I think we're all a bit wider that it's not about work hard, because we've started to decondition, especially the people in this room. We've started deconditioning. So I feel like I don't have to worry about that in here. But the online space has changed, and I know we all still need to move with it. It's about daily and weekly sales actions consistently, but ones that don't drain your time, ones that you enjoy, ones that are going to get you the results because of your energy behind them. And it's content's not sales, it's marketing. So remember, I said marketing innovation. There's a reason these two things are separate, because they are separate. So how do we work on that? And it's blown my mind, honestly, doing the work on this, because sales innovation is not adding more in, it's making things predictable. Be productive, be predictable. So how do you break cycles and habits to innovate and make change? And this is exactly what we focus on inside my Time-Rich Mastermind. I love focusing on this. It's creating more freedom, more clarity and profit. Putting strategic innovation and systems in place and simplifying them. You have to become adaptable. Break the habit of staying in busy mode. So many of them being busy. So go from reactive to proactive. Take action in that way. Escape the busyness. We're in business, not busyness. And we need to differentiate with that. And go from change that drains you to change that creates growth. And this is what being time-rich looks like. It's what I've created. It's what I envision. And it's what I want everybody else to see as well. I want you to build freedom and fortune, not breakdown and burnout. So I want you to pause for a minute. I want you to identify your next innovation. What's the next thing? The next idea you're going to have, maybe it's come off today. And then I want you to think about what in your business feels heavy, especially right now, because that is likely the thing Love that. So you're all writing something down. The ideas are coming. That is the thing that you need to focus on now. What feels heavy? Let's change that. Let's innovate that. Let's shift, because you cannot be your best self while this is happening. So we need to innovate. We need to change that. So I want you right now in this room to choose one innovation to save time and create impact. So remember, I want you to build a time-rich lifestyle. I want freedom, I want fortune for you guys. And I feel like I've truly achieved that. I'm just going to give you a minute to write this down, because I feel it's important to stick with it rather than just rushing on, because I want to share the next thing with you. And again, we don't have enough time to do that, to just pause. And we've done it today quite a bit, I think. But we don't often get those opportunities to ask ourselves these questions. Heavy questions, actually. Deep, emotional questions. It's looking in this gut feeling. What feels heavy? And I need to innovate. I need to change. It's a result of everything we've done here at Innovation Celebration today. The work that I've done with the people that I've brought here, whether you've been my coach, whether you've been my client, if clients in the room, you help me grow as well. I don't think you realise, I don't think you realise how much you help me on a daily basis, because you showing up, I keep showing up, means I do get to do this type of stuff. I do get to carry on. So you don't need more time. No, you don't. Stop saying it. Stop saying I don't have enough time. I need more time. No, you don't. You create the time. Use the time you've got. Do the things you want to do. You just need better structures. Hello, organisation queen. You need to make business lighter. That's what it's about. Stop it feeling heavy. Make business lighter. Imagine your week looking like this. Now, yours doesn't have to, because I want you to create your version, but this is my version. And if you would have told me my life would have looked like this, I'd probably laughed at you. So we've got dinner dates with partner, meals out with friends and dining, going to eat in restaurants you love. We've got catch-ups with the girl or with boys if you've read boys or whoever, right? You've got those situations or social gatherings, things like this. We've got dancing, moving your body, whatever that looks like for you. Those things that you said to yourself as a kid you want to do. I wanted to be a dancer. And I thought that dream was long gone. A few weeks ago, Diana invited me to join RJC, and now I do some pretty interesting dance moves. We've got exercise, moving your body, stretching, strengthening your body. I know a lot of us in here have worked on our health, and it's what we need to think about. We need the self-care, we need the social aspect, the great food, the nutrition, we need the movement, all of it. We need the hobbies. I want to see more people do the shit that we did today. Creative, like we've painted today, we've covered ourselves in glitter. Me and Diana had a little wiggle. Honestly, I want to see more of that, whether you read books or you play guitar. My son has just started his new hobby. Had to buy a ukulele this week. I'm interested to see how that goes. Even if you don't stick at it, because I know that you were told, oh, can't do that if you're not going to stick at it. Fuck that. Doesn't matter. Look, that. I didn't stick at guitar. Can't do it. Freaking hard. But I tell you what, there's other things that are really hard. I've smashed it, done it. So you guys can as well. You already have, but let's do more. Let's have more. And then connection. I actually imagine me and my daughter when I put this on, a connection to those that we love, having more time with them. That's really important to me. And I've noticed that as time goes on, I want to give more of that to other people that I work with. So essentially the work that I do, it's not really about business. It's not really about organisation. It's about freedom. It's about giving people back. And I'm obsessed with going to cinema as well. Anyone else have to see Wicked this weekend? Cinema visits, whatever it looks like to you, whatever you love doing, think fine now. And actually, I did this on a session in my mastermind, one of my clients anyway, recently. And my homework for her was to book in a swim. And I think anyone from the outside probably thought, what a shit business coach. You just told her to go book in a swim. But the reason I did that is because she told me she had no time for herself. Right, well, your business is not going to improve when you've got no time for yourself. So let's sort that first. And then it happened in another situation with a client this week. So it was a mastermind one. And she told me that, like, she weren't doing the mindset work. Right, well, your own work, it's going to be I need a mindset coach. No, you don't, because you know what to do. She does, she teaches it. So then what do you need to do? What have you not been doing? She's now going off for doing it, and she came off that feeling amazing. But it's not about being what I delivered there. It's about just doing something simple. Your strategy is you. you align with all of this as part of you, your life, your business. And that's what we focus on in the mastermind, that freedom, what that looks like. And this is my Time-Rich Mastermind. It's a 6-month mastermind, and the containers in it are small, but you can still interact and engage with each other. And you get loads of amazing bonuses. But I don't want to stand here and pitch, and I'm not going to prove that. But if you feel I'm the right person to work with, help you create your fit freedom, become time rich, I know you'll speak to me. I trust that. So what I want to do is I want to make a pledge with you guys today. And this is the scary shit that I haven't been sharing. I don't feel scared anymore because it's about growth, right? I want to create more impact in 2026. So I'm making some pledges. I've not got one. Andy said earlier today, what is your castle? That is my castle. I thought it'd be making money for me. I thought it'd be getting, all the singing, dancey, fancy things. I don't feel I need it. I've got some more bloody time. I'm in October networking. I get to spend days with you guys. My cup's filled, but what it's not filled by is helping people that are like the previous version of me, who are struggling with neurodivergent children, who can disabled husbands, whatever's going on for them. So one of my pledges is to do a lot of charity stuff. So one of them, free charity sponsorship worth up to £1,600. Some of you have seen that I've put this out on social media this week. So someone I'm going to be sponsoring for this event next year. God, I'm dreading going through applications because I know I want to help everyone. But we can do that in other ways. So I'm going to pledge to offer one charity sponsorship worth over £2,600. So that person that I choose will be at the event next year. They'll get an exhibition, whole year of promotion, and so many other things that I've had to do with innovation and celebration in 2026. I pledge to invest in marginalised communities to educate myself, to educate my team, and my communities that have people that have got lived experience. And I want to educate not just myself, my team, but the community as well. And I want to invest in people of colour, the LGBTQ plus community, neurodivergent people, those who are disabled business owners. And I want to learn and I want to create safer business events. The work has already started. I've done some trauma-informed work recently and it's been amazing. And I already feel that it's starting to take effect in some of the feedback that I've had today. So that's amazing. I want safer coaching, safer networking events, safer opportunities so there are no barriers to business growth because of the colour of your skin, because of your sexuality, because of how your brain works, or the type of business that you run. And do you know what made that scary to say previously? Because I knew the people in the room identified in one of those categories, and it felt hard to say it to their face, but when you know it comes from my heart, or I hope that it comes from my heart, it don't matter, because as long as that connects and lands with you, I know you're going to take that pledge the right way and probably, hopefully, support me on this mission. Because we need to make change. We're all aware of what's going on in the world right now. I don't like it. And Fiona, actually, when I wrote my book, I asked her to say what she thinks as me as a business owner so I could put it on the book. It's on the back if you have a look. And she called me a change maker. I'm like, look, we've got to do something now, Anna. She's looking down. That's hard. I didn't know what I was going to do. And then this came up. As I started my networking business, and I thought, as I do Social Success Circle had a day, I had an idea. I wanted to create networking events, but I wanted to be different. And so I decided we needed to make it inclusive because someone said to me, am I allowed to come? And I was uncomfortable at first because I never worked with a man in business until last year. And he was frigging amazing. Not all men. And do you know what? Like, we go to events and there's a lot of men hating going on. And I don't like that because if we can hate men, we can hate all of the other marginalised communities. So let's stop doing that right now because it's not making people feel safe. So that's part of what I want to do. I want to educate people on those things, those comments, those actions, because it makes a difference. But I thought, what do I do? Yeah, I'm one with black men. I want to give it a go. And you know what? It's been amazing so far. No negativity so far, because what you put out, the intention is what you get back. And that's definitely what we've had. My next pledge, start a charity of working carers, so past version of me. So I've had the past version of me in business, although they're a charity or CIC business that I'll be helping. But they're starting on the small guy. I want to help the small guy because I know where I've come from. And I want to do it for working carers again because I know what I've been through and I want to help that person. So I've got a question for you. What's your innovation pledge that you're going to make? We've already thought about it. I've seen people writing ideas down. You've already thought about it. So what's your impact, your goals, your investment that's going to make change?